am afraid of diners. Perhaps a strange and irrational fear, but it's a fear nonetheless. It really all started when I was 10 years old. I didn't go to diners often when I was a kid, but one week, my mom left to go on vacation, and my dad, whose cooking skills are limited to frying bacon, decided he was going to take me to the Empire Diner. Now, as you all know, diner menus are exceptionally long. They can range from 5 to 10 pages, all seemingly filled with options upon options written in size 9 Arial font. I remember genuinely wondering how the chef could make all the items on the menu and remember them all. I mean, where else can you order eggs Benedict, chicken parmesan, shrimp cocktail, and a bagel with cream cheese and lox? That is to say, there is an exceptional amount of choice at a diner. As I sat flipping through the menu, debating between the merits of ordering pancakes versus an omelet, it became more of an immense feat to choose what to eat. So there I am, sitting in this diner now stuck, because I'm being presented with this exceptional amount of choice. What do I want to eat? What if I don't choose what I actually want? Let me switch the scene. This past fall, I was applying to college, and as many of us know, this requires thinking deeply about the future, sometimes in ways that are far out of the grasp of a 17-year-old. When, in April, I was choosing between attending Barnard College or the University of Michigan, two great schools, I was reminded of my fear of diners. The situation, albeit more serious, was really extremely similar. Like many choices, there were advantages and disadvantages to both. One was in a city I liked better and would offer me unparalleled resources, but the other had a stronger sense of community and a more preferable academic setting. With seemingly no better choice, I was stuck. Finding yourself in these situations is, in short, a phenomenon called choice paralysis, or simply an inability to make decisions due to overthinking. The result is an endless deliberation over the benefits and drawbacks of each option, an inability to pick one. And these decisions put us at a crossroads. Crossroads, both big and small, can be pivotal. They often feel like a crux in life, a moment that can make or break the future. As we choose a path to take, we often get stuck between two options because we struggle to figure out what is best for us. Will the pancake satiate my hunger best, or will the omelet? Will finding a new job bring me closer to the future I see for myself, or will staying in my current one? Is choosing the path on the left better than choosing the path on the right? In some cases, making the right choice is simple. One choice is clearly better than another, tipping the scales enough so that it is, objectively, the right choice to make. Like, for example, choosing between wearing a jacket or a t-shirt when it's cold outside. One choice far outweighs the other. What makes difficult decisions so difficult, however, is that one choice does not clearly tip the scales in favor of the other. When we make hard decisions, what college to attend, what job to take, even where to raise our families, we get caught in a limbo of making the right choice. This makes sense. One of the first lessons we're taught as elementary school students is the importance between making right and wrong choices. But when there's no clear-cut answer, when many options are potentially the best option, it becomes difficult. It's an endless cycle that we get caught in, of thinking and pondering what is the right thing to do. Big decisions keep us stuck at these crossroads, unable to pick a path. How do we make decisions when going down one route has no clear advantage over going down another? When weighing two good options, to get waffles or an omelet at the diner, or to attend Barnard over Michigan, the choice you make will always be the right choice. Let me say that again. The choice you make will always be the right choice. The reason is simple. Oftentimes, there's not one right choice. There are many right choices. Why is that? Well, the truth is, many of us are actually unaware of what we really want. We're pretty bad at knowing our own desires, which isn't to say we're not self-aware, but out of inexperience and an inflated sense of what we do or don't want, we're pretty bad at evaluating our wishes. And we're also pretty bad at imagining realistic outcomes for the future. When we look to the future, we often see ourselves as stagnant and never changing from the people we are today. But this ignores the universal truth that we're shaped by the experiences that we have. So it's not absurd to assume that the experiences we get from choosing one path over another may change our character and perspectives in such a way that it ends up being the better one, simply because the person you are would not be the same. Whatever terrible outcome you're imagining that stops you from making a decision is almost sure to not be that bad. In fact, it's almost always the indecision that causes unhappiness rather than the choice itself. This is because once we make a choice, our life then conforms and molds around that choice, effectively creating the best outcome. So, know that the crossroads we face will often have little to do with our future happiness. It's not likely that they'll make or break the future, and it's highly unlikely that agonizing over a choice will make the right one appear in an aha moment of epiphany. Once we finally have decided, it may be easy to get swept up in what-ifs and general unhappiness, but it's important to remember the choices you have made up to this point have been the correct ones, and take accountability in that. In a way, the best thing about making big decisions is that it allows us to take control of our lives and find authority not just in our choices, but in ourselves. So don't think, act. After all, to be is to do. Thank you.